Hey everybody, it's Mayor Jones back in a new video. Now Joe's health matters. I got a new hat. As you see, it's got game controls all over it. I got new boots over the 4th of July weekend. So the media has been going crazy now talking about Joe's health. The Democratic Party is having a civil war. They're at odds with each other about Joe's health. Um, there's questions about, does he have Parkinson's? Does he have dementia? Um, how often does he see a neurological specialist? Can he complete a cognitive exam? But the crazy thing is, these are things that people have been saying about Joe since around the time of the 2020 election. All throughout time between 2020 and now, people have been talking about this. But now, now all these people on the left have concern over Joe's health. It was cool even seeing the press corps drill Jean Pierre about why is this why was the specialist seen at the White House so many I think like 8 times. What is Joe's health like? What is going on? And she, like always, never has an answer. Never have a direct, clear answer to give anybody. But all these questions are being asked because there's talks of could Joe be replaced before the general election in November. And Joe said he's not dropping out. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay in the race. But he has all these people who are losing confidence in him. The Democrats they're it's a feeding frenzy. They're going at it. They're going on about what's going on with is he there? Can he run? Can he beat Trump? Can he be replaced? And what I find to be interesting, and I'm not sure if anyone has actually considered this, but I think the reason why they want Joe to stay in the race is the same reason why many black people, especially black women, voted for Joe in 2020. Kamala Harris. First of all, she'd be a terrible candidate. She'd be even more terrible head of state. But I think they see it as they're wanting Joe to stay. They're wanting Joe to stay in the race because they're banking on him croaking in the office, or becoming a vegetable, which means that Kamala Harris would be next in line. But it's funny how they're talking about how there's been discussions about they don't want to the Democratic Party is not really interested, or donors aren't really interested in running Kamala. So can they find someone else? There's been talks about either Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama, all these other people that no one they dug themselves in the hole. All the shenanigans they played during the Democratic primaries, and then they got no choice but to stick with Joe. And the media is basically going back. They're trying to seem like they care about what's going on with his health, but even they dug themselves in the hole because they've shut everyone else out who could have been a potential Democratic candidate to back Joe. So now they have no choice but to back Joe. And as time goes by, he gets worse. I for one, as much as I think it's elder abuse, I want him to stay in the race. I want him to stay in the race. I want him to give up. No, this is a clear and easy way for Donald Trump to be back in office. They put themselves. They set this whole thing up. They want to play games. Well, now a game's being played against them, and I guess and either they ignored it for so long about how Joe Biden's health is really what direction it's really going in, or they've known all along, but they didn't want to say anything about it. After that first debate, it's glaringly obvious to everybody. Everybody sees it. Even other nations sees it. I was watching a video where we're talking about with Vladimir Putin considering end to the war, but in that conversation, he only mentioned Donald Trump. So he doesn't acknowledge Joe Biden in any decision making. But he acknowledged the potential of Donald Trump actually having a way of creating a ceasefire or end to the war. So that shows that even though Trump's not in office, he still holds tremendous influence even over people outside the country. So that's something to really consider. I think a lot of people who keep tossing this idea about, let's say Kamala Harris is being taking Joe's place. They don't for these people, they don't know how to pick leaders. They don't know what true leadership is, and they don't understand how it's not just about things domestically, but things internationally. How does the world see Kamala Harris? I think the world sees her as a joke. I think they see her as an incompetent clown. Probably because a lot of people here at home see her as those very same things. So this idea that she's, they want Joe to croak so that they think she's gonna take his place. I think that's what is going on in their minds, but it's not gonna work. Thankfully, it ain't gonna work. And so all we gotta do is right now is just sit back and watch the show. I think the Republican Party is being smart and not interfering in this at all, staying out of it. Let Democrats eat themselves, let them tear themselves apart. I think it will not only affect this the general election, but not only the general election for the presidency, but I think it will also have an effect on any incumbents who are up for up for re-election. Some of I think it was either it may have been the Black Conservatives Perspective who brought this point up, but any other politician who stood with Joe up before the debate, their credibility is not going to become the question. Because wait a minute, did you know this? Did you know that he was this sick? Because if you knew he was this sick and you still stood behind them all this time, now their credibility is on the line. It doesn't look good for them. But hey, these are just my thoughts. I think it's interesting to now care about his health when they actually see how healthy he truly is. Well, please share your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think they're going to continue to eat themselves apart? Do you think they're going to start calling for Joe to step down, or try to come up with some plans? I know I heard of something called the superdelegates in the Democratic National Convention. I can't wait to see that too. I want to see if that's really going to be a madhouse as is being predicted. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, go to my YouTube homepage. Go for the PayPal link or the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see if I can address them. But that's my video. Now they care about Joe's health. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.